Hello everyone, welcome. It is Wednesday night, which means we are back here with generic fantasy setting number 17735. I'm Kelly, I'm the dungeon master of this little shebang, and I have 4 out of 5 of my players here tonight because one of them is working and being worky.
An adult and all that shit.
Yeah, that's not really the best idea. Alright, so with that in mind, I'd like to invite you all, if this is your first time at Generic Fantasy Setting, we are on episode number 21. I encourage you to go back and start with episode 1. But if you're listening to us for the 21st time, thanks for sticking with us this far. And why don't we start on my right, and we'll introduce characters, and then I'll give you a little bit of backstory before we jump into the plot.
Which, before we get to that, question, is episode 1 even up? I thought
episode 1, but episode 2 and 3 are not, so it's an easier watch than you'd think. Episodes 2 and 3 will be up, but the footage is really bad, and I have to do so much scrubbing on the audio just to make it, It's going to be like stick figure drawings for some of the shots on the video. Hi, I'm Yasin! Whoop, whoop, whoop. That's actually how Ryan sounds, though, so it'll be perfect.
Yeah.
Alright, so...
On that note, then, character stuff. I'm Christine, and I'm playing Malia Sunsworn, the Tempest Cleric of Vela, who is a dwarf.
Vela's a dwarf?
No. Malia is a dwarf.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense.
That would be fun.
She might think Vela is a dwarf. I mean, I figure a goddess can show up in whatever format she wants to.
That is true.
There is your inspiration code. Is that your drink? Okay.
You just threw it on my food.
Okay.
Oops.
I am playing Xenophrapha Rightwing. He is the half-elf ranger of the group, and he is on a quest to reclaim his lost honor because he was disowned from his family.
For reasons.
Woo-doo-doo!
You must find the avatar and reclaim your honor.
I mean, basically. Or completely go against everything his family has ever fought for and be like, haha, now who sucks?
Still you.
Oh.
Oh dear. And I am playing Tia Armstrong, the half-orc druid, soldier turned druid person. She's, she's cool. She's cool.
Her mom thinks she's cool.
Your mom does.
What's your name?
Oh, me?
Yeah, what's your name?
I'm Amy. If you don't know that by now.
Well, I mean, it could be new people. You never know.
Yeah.
Don't be discriminatory, Amy.
Yeah.
Against myself.
Yeah, against yourself.
You're going to get downvoted.
And I'm Winter.
Down
I'm
votes.
playing Marisol, the Tiefling Rogue, and kind of one of the reasons why this whole thing started.
That's true. And speaking of reasons Speaking of reasons this thing started, why don't I take you back on a whirlwind adventure back to the start of this whole thing on the subcontinent of Thestral in the sleepy little town of Mog, where a group of adventurers called Wanderlust purchased the aid of a young daughter of a gem-setting family. This young girl took them out into some old ruins nearby the town and led them to an ancient shrine hidden beneath the ground.
She was so naive.
She was so naive, yes. The shrine was to the goddess Nirn, the goddess of darkness, ambition, and cruel magic, and other chthonic beings beneath the Earth's crust. In the center of this statue's forehead was this glowing, beautifully opulent amethyst the size of a duck egg or a lemon.
Lemon.
There's a lemon behind that Nirn. So, given that she had a background with gem cutting and gem dealing, they convinced her to remove it. There was a blinding flash of light, and when she awoke, she had been cursed to remain for the rest of her life as a tiefling. From there, she traveled, and I accidentally just disconnected my sound equipment. So let me just fix that, and whoop. And whoop. I think it worked.
We are connected.
It worked.
Hey!
All right. So from there, she traveled northward when she came across a half-orc mercenary and a dwarvish cleric of Vela, Nirn's twin sister. Shortly after, they came across a party boy wood elf monk who was later swooped up by a giant eagle to complete his training, because as we know, giant eagles are in fact the Uber of fantasy realms. Suspiciously, almost one game session later, they came across a half-elf named Xena. And then they traveled through a mountain range where they found their fifth party member, the NPC PC, known as Farah, who is a embodied 16-ish year old, 13,000-year-old dragon girl who's actually a dragon.
So kind of like my life as a teenage dragon.
Kind of, yeah. So I was a teenage dragon. So it's kind of that.
Dragons.
And from there they press on to the main continent to go find a magic man called Edagon the Wise, who should be able to restore, at least they assume, Marisol to her true form. And in the way, they've gotten stuck for the last 7 episodes in a place called Dog Run Bridge, which is one of the 3 ancient bridges that span this giant chasm called the Earth Scar, which is the only way to get to the mainland. There has been a bunch of political turmoil here that just go back and watch the episodes. The long story short is that the Jarl who controls the bridge, was being ousted by a bunch of political turmoil. The bridge got shut, the barrier, the border wall was erected, and there's a bunch of struggles on both sides, and now the Jarl has quit and has given control of the bridge to Yasin, the missing wood elf, played by my friend Ryan, who's not here tonight. And
what a mistake.
Yeah, it's almost like I needed to write him out for a session because of his work. And yeah, no big deal. Like, just gotta open the wall and stop an invading army of like 500 gnolls that's coming down to wipe out the town because they're all basically in their blood horniness.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
No big.
Barely an inconvenience.
Easy peasy, nolly squeezy. And so yeah. Welcome to generic fantasy setting. Stuff's gonna get weird. For those of you listening, if I ever trail off tonight, or get a little slurry, my dog hit me in the jaw really hard right before a game, and like all of this really hurts. So
he's hiding underneath the table.
Oh,
He's relaxing under the
he's
table.
relaxing because that's where the fan is.
I'm currently
Actually, do you have any of
that?
those painkillers still?
There's a reason
Yeah?
why we call
Yeah, can I
them
have like
dogs,
2 or 3 of those, please?
Yeah, sure, in a sec. Let me just grab my book out first.
All right.
I'll give you more. Oh, God.
No, I've got other stuff.
How many do you have?
Oh, 3.
Do you need something?
Yeah.
Wait.
We're just passing them down.
Yeah,
It's in your mouth now.
Yeah. Well,
Was that a mistake?
I took a different type of anti-inflammatory this morning.
You should be okay.
It's more than 12 hours.
But yeah.
All right.
Oh no, I don't need 4.
No, my God! Jesus.
Winter, don't OD on ibuprofen.
But imagine the
Damn it.
videos.
It's true. So last session,
Good point.
you all had been given the key. You had uncovered the murder of the Jarl's brother. Found that it was actually orchestrated not by the Drow assassin Falmerel Moonblight, but it had instead been orchestrated by Nona of the Wanderlust, tying her backstory in together. Meanwhile, tying your backstory in together on the other side of the bridge, there is a contingent from House Claywin, who you have had some negative encounters with before. I also was wondering tonight if you guys would like to introduce a new mechanic.
What's that?
Mike, can you do me a big favor? Behind my laptop, there's a deck of cards.
Oh, I don't have my spell cards.
Oh, and next to the chicken, behind the TV, there are all the spell cards. Yeah.
Those are your cards.
It's a deck of many things.
This is the deck of luck.
Oh, that's fun.
So, you guys defaced a Shrine of Vela last night.
That's true.
So this luck deck...
By accident.
Wait, what did we do?
We, specifically us, destroyed a Shrine of Vela.
Don't you remember that?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Don't choke on noodles!
So,
I need my druid ones. Are my druid ones on there?
So what I'm going to do tonight is that you've got good luck cards and bad luck cards here. And the way that it's going to work is that I've decided that each one of you tonight, because you pissed off Vela by destroying one of her shrines, you were all together, so you all get it, including Farah. So the way it's going to work is I'm going to hand you one of these beautiful cards. You are not going to look at it. And when I call it in, you are going to hand it to me.
Okay.
And so basically it's going to be a silent promise of bad things.
Okay.
I like it.
Sounds good.
Basically, you got a little baby curse.
And we don't know what it is until we hand it in?
Nope.
Question.
Yeah.
Did we get a chance to rest, or is this before we rest?
This is happening right away. So,
Yeah.
grab one and pass it down.
So I do not refresh any of my spells or anything.
No, but you will have a chance to rest after this.
Cool. That's good.
Amy?
I don't know what
We,
you're talking about.
we do not want to look at it? We
Do
don't get
not
to
look
see
at
what
it.
Oh.
Okay.
Because they're all slightly different.
What's
Oh.
that called? Oh, I didn't know those ones existed.
Yeah, there's this side company called Nord Games keeps putting out a ton of these, and I thought we'd give them a try because I got them when I was in Vancouver at a store that was having a big sale. So
Cool.
okay, so Ferris is right here. All right,
The art on them's pretty too.
right. All right. So last session you revealed the plot to murder the Jarl's brother. In a huff. Well, no, in a
She was defeated, like very like downtrodden.
In a
Yeah.
pitiful, cowardly fashion.
yes, sure, say that. Finding out that she'd been drugged and murdered her brother, the Jarl gave up her post, handing off the border medallion to Yasin, leaving you in her chambers. The glowing blue border wall shimmering between you and the remainder of the chamber. Just the five of you there, with Farah and Kronor, the litigator.
Mm-hmm.
And the guard captain.
Oh, and the guard captain, who will look very dejected and will follow after to make sure that the Jarl, is okay.
And that she doesn't make any rash decisions.
Now, it was getting late when you revealed this. It's just before midnight. You are to meet everyone from the other side of the bridge at dawn. Or at least that's when they were supposed to meet the Jarl.
Yeah.
And why don't we resume play right here? Unless you want to have just gone home and slept after this. I feel...
Maybe we can be like going back to where we're staying and just talking a little bit and then have a rest period.
Well, I think we kind of, if I remember
We
correctly,
actually ended with starting going, you do this, you
Yeah.
do
yeah,
this.
like
Guard captain,
I
go
was-
deal with this stuff, figure
'cause-
this out.
Tia was gonna go talk to the guards and figure out coordinating that and try and get a message to the other side to say they didn't have to go murder Aaron Cotton anymore. That they were gonna renegotiate things because the Jarl had, stepped down.
What's that?
It's my
Xena was going to
generic
start dealing with the bridge and seeing how we can fortify that and defend it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think both of you were gonna do that because you're gonna do traps and stuff and sneaky things.
Yeah.
She's going to do traps. We were going to do bridge.
Oh yeah, okay.
I was going to go and
Do healing
Healing.
stuff and like.
we'll work
Farrah's
with
not with us.
what healers they had to organize
Yeah.
triage centers,
Yeah, Farrah's with
etc.
you.
She is with us. She's not.
Because she's slightly drunk.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna get Farrah to go sober up.
Yes.
Okay.
I thought Farrah was going to go down to the library to read up on.
Oh, yes.
on
Yes,
stuff.
yes.
Yeah,
But also
that was
sober
what she
up.
was going to do.
Okay.
Okay.
And sober up.
I kind
And
of
so-
remember.
Yeah.
Yep.
So why don't we advance some time?
Okay.
You've done a cursory investigation. Scoped out the bridge. Your side of the bridge is quite large. In fact, Mike, I gave you some numbers earlier.
Yes, you did.
So the bridge on your side is a defensible area of, I believe it's 37
By 23.
by 23. So that is 115 feet wide by 185 feet long.
Oh, it's only half.
That's
that thing's
half.
huge.
It is. Well, the Earth Scar is some 400 feet across minimum. So, like, basically, what does that work out to? 2.5 football fields long. That's a good measurement. That means that it's going to be hard to have a direct control over it. Even lining up all of the troops end to end. I mean, an army could hold this. Fortunately, you don't have one of those. Both of you who are scouting out the bridge, I want you to make me a history roll.
So every those two or me?
No,
as well?
it would be you and I.
Yeah, because you were doing traps and stuff.
You're
So I
acquiring trap stuff, right?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is going to be those two on the bridge.
10.
Wait, it was a history?
Yeah.
Okay, so I rolled an 8, so 8, 12.
12.
Yep.
As you're watching the bridge, Xenu. Xenu.
Xenu is an Offrayan.
Okay. Xeno. As you look at the vast expanse of Dogrun Bridge, you watch as the town guards can finish up clearing off bits of the bridge, making sure that people have taken their wares away from the market that's set up. A lot of the stalls are still left out, blocking a significant portion of your view. But from this vantage point up in the tower, you can see quite a lot. You really wish, the both of you, that you had paid more attention in school. You, particularly to your tutor, who used to speak of bridge combats and sieges. Ah, the forlorn ages. Xeno, are you listening?
What?
Stop drawing pictures of that girl, Ashwood. Pay attention, he would say.
Yes, sir.
And you didn't. You would go back to drawing pictures of your lady love, who would one day get you in no end of trouble.
Absolutely no trouble at all.
Just keep it between you two. So, from there, you have knowledge of some knowledge of defense and fortification from seeing other people do it, because the battle you were at
Thundering Ridge.
Thundering Ridge did, of course, have a similar choke point like this.
Yeah.
Smaller.
Smaller. Wasn't on a bridge.
And
But-
had the access of, or had horse cavalry as an access. Here, you don't really have many horses to speak of. The clay ones probably have half a dozen between them all.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Well, we need to get the forces on the other side
Mm-hmm.
and, like, actually...
How much time are we advancing here?
How much time do you want to advance? It's just past midnight right now.
As long as we have, like, any amount of time, really, as long as we have time to rest, even within shifts, to, like, reflect, like, replenish spells and change spells. So I need to swap some stuff out.
Because I was thinking it might be a good idea to go down to the library for a couple hours and read up on bridge warfare.
You can choose to do that, yes.
I will choose to do that.
Okay, so we're going to take you out so you can go do that.
Yeah, I guess Tia's gonna try and coordinate with the existing guard and find out what their defense measures are already, what's already in place.
So,
Like, assuming when the wall is down, kind of, yeah, coordinate with them and the clay ones, as much as she hates it.
so you're going to go down to the bridge, like to the actual barrier.
Yeah, she wants to get in contact with them and be like, hey, we don't need to kill Aaron Cotton. Also, we need to coordinate.
All right.
Also, we'll get the barriers coming down, but Jarl's abdicated.
What are the two of you doing? So you're planning to set up traps.
Yeah, so I'm basically finding whatever I can from this town, and maybe even going down to the lower level bar area.
Mhm.
If I can enlist some help of other people that would look like they can help traps too.
Okay.
Because it's either get overrun by these gnolls or have a place to do your dirty stuff. So
Might as well help.
exactly.
It's true.
Okay. So
And be
why not?
persuasive that way.
And what are you doing, Christine? Just so that I know what everyone's up to.
I was going to work with the healers that the guard captain had kind of identified and was kind of in charge, and work to be like, okay, what is your most defensible building closest to the site of fighting? that we can set up triage centers that we can get people back to, yada yada. You do this, you do that.
Yeah.
Like,
It sounds like we're just kind of,
inventory.
like, trying to get as much information of this area and using what we've got.
Basically setting them to do the work. Because, like, a lot of times people just need one person to tell them, do this.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so with that in mind, what I'm going to have you do is, I need you to make me a persuasion roll,
Uh-oh.
and I need you to make me a. I mean, honestly, it's probably going to be a religion roll, or no, it's going to be a medicine roll.
8.
I like medicine.
8?
I'm good with
Yeah, because
medicine.
it's a -1 for me.
Oh, really? Persuasion?
Anything wisdom related? Or was that a charisma one?
Persuasion's charisma, dude.
What?
You should have a +4 on persuasion.
Oh, okay, then,
You were looking at perception, I think.
12.
12.
So it's a bit better.
A bit
Not much.
better.
All right.
A bit
All right.
better. Oops. Sorry, I got no. I was
25.
Perception.
Okay, so you head down to one of the lower bars with the rabbling. Rub. And then I said to her, "What did you say to me?" "Nothing, dear. Nothing at all. That's what I thought."
Excuse me.
"Yeah, what do you want?"
Okay. There's not much time, but I need help setting traps. This town is about to be overrun by hundreds of gnolls, and we're bringing down the barrier.
Did you hear what she said?
Oh, that's a funny one. What's wrong, girlie? You want a drink? Come over here and sit on my knee. I'll buy you whatever you like.
Can you buy me traps?
Is that slang?
I'm not sure.
Oh, man. Come over here and sit on my knee, love.
She'll do it. She'll just like.
Rub the nipple piercings.
Oh, God.
Oh my god.
Thanks for getting us upgraded, Mike.
Thanks.
Hey. All right. So you will carouse for a bit. How are you going to do this? Because it seems like the guy at the bar, this big, one-eyed, honestly, one of the largest dwarves you've ever seen. One-eyed, big, bristly black beard, and a fluffy mustache that kind of curls up around his nose, around his nostrils. How are you going to try to convince him to help you? He's wearing a number of furs. Appears to be quite a trapper, actually.
So a man of your stature. Do you have a bunch of shot glasses?
The shot glasses.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you something.
Yeah, I've got shot glasses.
Okay. So let's see. So she starts making up a version of like the city on his bar, being like, so this is where the barrier is now.
Yeah.
We're here.
Yeah.
By my calculation, if we don't set traps here, 500 gnolls are gonna.
There ain't nothing about 500 gnolls. Come on, if you're going to try to lie to me, you should try to give me a lie that actually makes some bloody sense. Gnolls aren't smart enough to conglomerate like that.
Well, they're already on their way.
Yeah, what else is on its way?
Remind you, I think got heard in the end of last game that it would only be a demon or a fiend or something like that driving that many two together.
Yeah.
It did come up in.
It did come up, yeah.
Wait, what? What happened?
The
That
gnolls,
you'd know why there would be so many together.
usually they're being driven or led by some type of demonic entity or divine entity.
And we would know that? Or
Yeah,
You were
no,
telling us
yeah, we all know this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then she is saying that, well, it's not just that they're driving themselves, there's a demon actually leading them this way.
Alright, why don't you go ahead and make me another persuasion roll?
Just because you could be like, well, actually.
Well, actually.
Nice, Victor, nice.
That was 15.
15?
And because we're on this lower level, it's going to get overrun. You're not going to have your bar anymore. This will all be gone.
I do like this bar.
It's how you make your money.
It's one of the ways. You ever want to do some work?
Sure. I've been known to work.
I could put you to work.
Okay.
Can you clean tables?
Yeah. If there's tables to clean. And she'll take a drink from someone and like go. Oh look, a dirty table.
What's your name, girl?
Mars.
Mars. I'm Runda.
Rondar.
Runda.
Rhonda.
Alright, flip that card to me, please. Okay.
What are you calling him? Rhonda?
She's just like, Rhonda?
I'm sorry, the accent. It's the accent.
Alright, I'm just gonna leave that there, because that's gonna come up soon.
So can we know what it is, or is it a secret?
Yes, actually, you just... So you take a drink of some alcohol just to seal the deal and to... Alright, fine. You know what? This time of year, my trappings, they get kind of rusty.
What are your traps?
I've got bear traps.
That's what I was thinking.
I've got tripwires. I've got rope.
Yes.
I've got needle traps.
Anything that goes boing.
I've got a tanglefoot bag or two.
I like it.
Alright, we'll swear a compact on it.
Yeah.
Drink up. Alright.
Ooh,
And
that's a spicy boy.
Winter, can you do me a favor?
Uh-oh.
Can you roll me a constitution save? And what's your favorite color, pink or yellow?
Pink.
Okay.
Do you have to ask?
Cool. And subtract 9 from that.
So 10 plus 3 is 13, minus 9 is 2.
2. Alright.
I think you failed.
Probably.
You're going to take a long drink of this.
13.
No, that's
minus 9.
4.
It's 4.
Oh, well.
Still only a 4. And you are going to find that the strength of this dwarven mead has struck a deep and resounding chord inside of your skull.
My skull?
Oh yeah, the world starts to spin, all of your images start to blur. And you are profoundly drunk.
Not just really. Profoundly.
Like profoundly. Like this is you are the
Like
type
Yasin level drunk.
like you are the pontificating on the state of the world and politics drunk. Insufferable white boy with a guitar drunk.
That is foul.
That is very foul.
Specifically that, and not like the really, really like hammered at the bar drunk, tripping over yourself.
No, this is
She's not white girl drunk?
no. She's not. She's not
White boy
praying to
drunk.
the seer.
I'm white boy drunk.
You're white boy drunk. It's way worse than white girl drunk.
Yeah.
White girl drunk is a holy thing.
Okay, well, let me see how I do here.
I mean, white
All right.
boys pray to
So-
the seer. Yeah.
We're gonna bounce over here. So
Bumps.
you kick your way inside of the triage tent that you'd helped organize earlier, and seeing a bit of slack in the line, you see one of the nurses smoking a pipe in the corner, not doing her job.
Does it look like she's finished what I asked her to do? Or what she's supposed to do?
Nay. This is before your roll, mind you. Because you came here a couple of days ago and tried to, get things going, make sure that the town guard that had been wounded in altercations with the Fast Cloud had been taken care of, and so on and so forth.
Alright. I will go in with, Alright. We're gonna need a full working triage center in under a day. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm on my break.
Break your knees.
500 gnolls. Let's get the triage center going.
Break. Can you make me an intimidation roll? I'm pretty sure that's what you're going through next.
14.
Oh, okay. What are you doing to kind of get her on her feet and moving? Ooh, my neck cracked. It was great.
I don't have a specific spell, but can I just let, potentially just let magical energy,
You know, a little
lightning
little
coalesce
light.
around my hand.
Like,
Around your hammer for sure.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so you're invoking your hammer of Vela.
Yeah.
I need that card flip, please.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, these are all saving throw related, aren't they?
Are they all?
I think they are. Huh.
Oh, yuck.
Winters was a D12. A bit of lightning will start to coalesce around your hand as you glower up at her. Alright, hold your horses, I'll get to work. Get to work. Calm down. And no violence here. She gets back to work, and you order the triage center around. Before long, the place is running like clockwork again. They actually managed to kick out a couple of the guards who had been using this as a slack opportunity. And
Does there seem like there's anybody among the healers who actually has a spine?
or like authority.
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and make me give me a perception roll to see if you can, or investigation, either way, or insight.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, 20.
20. Yes, there is a young nursemaid who's taken point. A young halfling with kind of curly blonde hair up in a pair of buns, named Esmira.
Mm-hmm.
All right, come on, clean up here. Oh, no! You need to scrub that down. No dirty hands going in anything. Behind, and don't forget to get under your nails. Remember, cleanliness is next to godliness.
Okay.
Oh, hello, Mim.
But she seems like could be one put in charge without like too horribly stepping on anybody's toes.
You'd be stepping on the pipe smoker's toes.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's the lead nursemaid right now. Her name's Agrana. Agrana, I know, it's an awful name.
Agrana the aggressive.
The nurse jerk. So you piss off Agrana, but Esmira could definitely get the job done better. Hello, ma'am.
Can you keep an eye on the place?
Oh, I mean, I would if I could, but I'm just a lowly nursemaid. I'm actually more of a midwife than anything,
Still,
and an apprentice apothecary.
if you keep pushing, you'll keep people running.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
So let's keep this place busy. We need to be prepared. We have got very little time before. Yeah.
Understood.
You've heard what's coming?
I've heard rumors that there's some troubles afoot.
Yes. There's a gnoll horde about to show up.
Oh dear.
So we've got you in the most defensible building we have.
It's
These entrances, etc.
It's
There
a
will be guards posted, but
it's a lovely old building.
we're going to try and hold them at the bridge.
It seems like the least we can do is make sure that any of you who slip and fall get picked back up again.
We're going to try and make sure we can get as many back here as possible to get patched up and back out. But
You have my word. I'll do my best.
thank you.
All right, you lot. Scrub under your nails, Emily, and you, Ardiana, Agrana, put out that pipe. It's bad for people's lungs. I'm gonna give her a like a 14 on that roll. Pretty good. She starts stomping around in a huff, bossing people around, and
Good, we need somebody like that.
Straight up.
so back at the bridge.
And then after that, I'll just head back to the bridge to help there.
Okay. So back at the bridge, someone's phone is buzzing.
Is that mine? Probably.
Mine is turned off.
Mine is silent.
Is it yours, Christine?
No, it's silent.
It must be winter.
I haven't received any notifications either, so.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was yours behind us.
Weird.
Would you be able to pass me any of your tissues? Oh, you have it over there. Okay.
Everybody's sick and dying.
I'm not.
Oh, don't. Why?
I know. I made mistakes.
You made mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made.
I'm not sick and dying.
Sadly, no stakes were made.
Oh, I could go
My
for a
wife's
steak.
All right.
Both of you.
I like steak.
In the night, you can hear a horn blow. One short, swift. You march down, bidding Xeno farewell, at the base as he goes down into the library. And you approach the shimmering blue wall that divides Dog Run Bridge in half. Torchlight appears on the other side of the bridge, and a group of figures slowly walks forward. On the other side of the shimmering blue, you can soon see the face of Alfior. We meet again.
Indeed.
He brushes a lock of his blonde hair behind the curve of his half-elven ear.
Have you heard the news?
I'd like to hear it from you.
The Jarl stepped down. Control of the barrier has been passed to another. We're getting ready to, on our side, to help defend the bridge.
I see.
We need to coordinate.
Agreed. What can I do?
What can you do? What do you have?
I've got 21 men,
Yeah.
of which 16 can fight.
Okay.
The other 5 are squires.
Are any of them any good at healing, medical, medicine?
I have one who is a trained combat medic, but he's better in the fight. The squires are, to a man, fairly good of a shot with a bow. I would prefer, no matter what, to keep them as far back as possible. They are the sons and daughters of friends. This was to be a simple mission cutting teeth.
Okay.
I would prefer they not die at teeth.
I prefer none of us die at teeth.
What should I call you? I suppose you're leading this? Captain.
Sure. It works.
And then well met, Captain Armstrong. I would shake your hand, but he'll take a long, square look over the bridge, the barrier.
We'll be down soon. We're working on finding defensible places on this side. We'll bring as many civilians over as we can before that time.
Dawn. Is it still dawn that we will meet?
Is that what we were saying?
Yeah.
Yes, but we no longer require the head of Aaron Cotton.
I'll make sure that the people know. Do you wish to meet with him? If we find him.
Preferably.
Behind you, you'll hear the sound of heavy footsteps approaching. Malia will approach from behind.
Hey.
Hey.
Hello.
Well, triage is semi-set up, but I've got somebody just running around barking at people.
Good.
But I guess we need to figure out what we're going to do with this. Narrowing it making corridors would be useful.
Yeah.
How long do you think it would be before they can breach this?
The gnolls?
Yes. Do you think they can breach it?
I have no idea.
It is...
It's formidable, but
No, we need to be prepared in case they do.
I mean, perhaps if we can obstruct the other places where the barrier exists, like the throne room, and channel them through one place, maybe we can cut them off in small segments or something so they don't all attack at once.
We must be prepared for a worst case scenario. How many magic users do you have?
Can do a bit. You've got some formidable spells. We've got another who can do a decent amount.
I've always found that creatures like gnolls are fairly vulnerable to... excuse me, to fireballs and other things like that. Large explosive effects. The bridge should be able to handle the impact.
Good point.
True.
And if it doesn't, we solve our problem as well.
That's true.
Well, I suppose he's a what, captain? Or
He is a... Yes.
what's the title that I've been told?
Probably captain.
Captain. Captain, you have experience in command, obviously. Can you try and make sure everybody on that side is as organized as can be to get across?
We've already been on it.
Wonderful.
There are hundreds of them, though.
If the fast cloud knows this area well, right?
They know the bridge better than most. They're bridge cleaners.
Exactly. We could use their help in figuring out the best choke points. And the best...
Yes, can you get people on that side working on doing whatever they can to create barriers,
traps,
essentially, for
channels, obstructions,
anything
things
that
to-
takes up gnolls without them getting close to us is better.
Yeah.
I can see what I can do. We're not really particularly well equipped.
Whatever you've got over there, it's better than everybody dying. We'll do what we can over here.
Might I suggest something?
Of course.
I can see that the storm is still up. So there's no way for them to get to Steep Hollow from here. But that doesn't mean they couldn't take the low road to Leonglen. Or to Chandra's End. They're both dead ends. But perhaps sending the young and the infirm away from Dog Run Bridge. When the gnolls come, if they are successful, they're likely to also have very short attention spans. If we put up a good enough fight here and give them enough to eat, they might not go as far as Chandra's or Leonglen. Prepare for the worst.
Yeah.
Which side of the bridge are those on?
Those are on your side, so I've got a diagram right here.
Yeah.
So,
'Cause we were at Steep
you came
Hollow.
from Steep Hollow, and then there's a high road and a low road. The one, Leonglen's kind of like a hippie village,
Yeah.
and then Chandra's End is a really crummy mining town. They're dead ends, basically. There's no way across the mountains from them, but they are a day or two's walk. So, extra distance, or it just might be delaying the inevitable.
So, this might sound absolutely wild, but if there are that many gnolls and we cannot stop them, can we rig the bridge to blow? To make sure we get the young and the civilians out of here.
Do you have an alchemist on hand?
Should we blow the bridge even? Because they'll just go down to the next one.
Well, the next bridge would require them to, backtrack, and I believe there's already stuff happening there.
There are already troops there.
Might be...
I don't know, this is one hell of a huge structure.
You know.
I doubt a dragon could destroy this.
No? Okay.
If you have a couple of dragons on hand, maybe ask them.
Might be a tall order.
Well, if you find any, I'd like to ask for their help. In the meanwhile, though, there will be a lot to do in the morning. I suggest you get what rest you can. And I'll see you at dawn.
Till then.
Farewell. Down in the library, you walk down into the dusty, dank stacks. What was that? You just... It's not that kind of dank, Mike. I don't think it's that kind of dank.
It's always that kind of dank.
Give me an investigation roll.
Nat 20.
Are you... Wow, okay.
Whoa.
Alright, there we go.
+4.
Alright, so glancing around the library, you quickly find...
+7.
You'll find 2 books, actually, within short order. One is a book on gnolls.
It's good to get info.
It's on there. And another is a book on siege tactics and siege defenses, with a specialty in, like, choke points, bridges, things like that.
Now, how long did we have before the gnolls actually get to Doggone Bridge?
About a day.
Okay.
Basically, you've got about a 12-hour head start on them as of dawn.
Okay.
For sure.
As of dawn, okay. For some reason, I was thinking, like, dawn, that's when everything's happening.
Well, that's when you guys have to...
Yeah.
Are getting, like, the refugees.
Okay. Alrighty. So I'm gonna just basically hunker down and study up and see what I can find.
Alright, so you'll start reading through there, and what I'd like you to make is a history roll, Mike.
3.
3. So you read through it, trying to connect the ideas, and you're having a bit of a frustrating time with it. When you feel someone sit down next to you, Farah glances down. She doesn't smell quite as boozed anymore.
Hey, Farah.
What are you reading?
Siege Tactics.
That's dry.
It's very dry, but, need to... Trying to see what we can do on our side to help fortify the bridge, or how to best fight on a bridge. I don't really know. It's been a day, and I'm having a lot of trouble concentrating on this.
What about that? That's a cute picture. She'll point at one of the pictures as you're flipping through the book, kind of frustrated. And she'll catch a finger and point. Go ahead and make me another roll.
4.
4. That's better than before.
That's better than before.
So glancing at it, you'll see that, you know what, she's going to give you advantage because she's helping. Is it 3?
It's 3.
Are you shitting me?
Do we have another set of dice somewhere?
You need to throw them in the shame bin.
Yeah, the shame bin's in the closet. You should get the shame bin.
Yeah.
There's also a black set just inside of the closet. It should be in the white bin. I just grabbed the D20. Alright, let's shame the dice in the shame bin. Shame!
Shame!
Alright.
Alright,
Roll with the black dice.
17!
There we go!
Nice.
So glancing down at it, you'll see an ancient mountain battle depicted in kind of a charcoal sketch that's been etched into this book. And you've never seen such funny creatures outside of storybooks. These tremendous creatures with big flappy ears and long protuberances like noses that drag on the ground, and huge spikes jutting out of their lower jaws. These things are the sizes of cottages. And they're being used to overrun small men. 2 or 3 soldiers atop of these giant beasts. That would do some damage.
Okay.
There's just... I like the picture.
Any idea where we might find some?
The pachyderm store, she says, looking at the tag. I think that if there was anything that big in the city, we would have already seen it.
Yeah.
Do you remember what happened? So you went on that excursion. Did you talk to Tia and
Remember that
Malia?
potion we accidentally almost threw on the palm tree?
Remember the palm tree grow potion?
I don't remember that.
When do you make me an insight roll, Mike? So,
We totally talked about this.
It was ridiculous.
19.
19. So in the sewer system, they found an I think that's how it's pronounced. a large sewer-eating creature that had been hyper-grown with a magical potion
Huge.
that had been purchased from inside this town from one of the stalls.
Oh, I do remember that potion.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go off and find a merchant.
Where are you going?
I want to go find that merchant that gave us that had that potion that makes things grow real big.
Joe, do you want me to come with you, or should I stay here and read?
How are you feeling?
A little sleepy. Otherwise good.
Well, why don't you come on up for some fresh air?
Can I see the Gnoll book?
Yeah.
This thing's actually pretty heavy. They worship. Huh. This is weird. Okay, let's go. And she'll follow you reading the book as she goes.
Alright.
Alright.
And
Best
I
of both worlds.
want to go off and find that merchant.
Alright, so why don't you go ahead and make me a... Let's see. Which merchant was this? You were told early, you got a 17 on your reroll. I believe it was. Was it Perpetually Perfect Potions?
I think so. It was something like PPP.
Yeah.
I
I remember.
P.
Yeah.
Well, because the collar came from Perellian's Perfect Pets and Charms.
Yes. But I think the potion jar was 3 Ps.
Mhm.
It was something.
So that was probably the potion place. I'm pretty sure.
Alright, so I want you to make me a survival roll. You have inspiration. Did you spend your inspiration?
Yes, I did, because I got a nat 1.
You blow it up.
And that time, what am I using to do that with?
Survival.
Survival. That is a, 29.
That's better.
Nice.
So-
7, 8, 9. 28, sorry.
Oh,
is that a hit?
That totally sucks.
No, you should
Just
just
like,
put it
come
up.
on now. 29 or nothing.
29, is that a hit?
Is that okay? So, after a bit of searching, you'll manage to ask a couple of places around, and we'll find the location where it's this little warehouse on the second level of Dogran Bridge that Perpetually Perfect Potions runs its industry. It's where the owner does all of the mixing. It's a little past midnight at this point, but you can hear the sound of bubbling and a bit of red light seeping out underneath the wooden door.
Bang, bang, bang.
Hello?
Hello, I have something I have to discuss with you.
We're closed!
It involves the safety of the town not being overrun and destroyed.
Closed! With a Q!
I mean, if you want to stay closed, we can always just let the town get overrun and then you won't have a store anymore to begin with. So...
What?
Do you want to die?
I'm calling... Is that a threat? I'm calling the guard!
I am the guards.
These townspeople, man.
I'm getting my supervisor. The door will open a moment later.
Like, these people have a death wish.
They do!
Nobody tells them shit. That's the problem.
Yeah, good point. We're the only ones who actually know anything.
Well, you'd think they would know because guaranteed that meeting on the bridge would have been watched and gossip flies like crazy.
But they have such, like, a no give a shit
They
attitude.
just don't care.
Like, this is your livelihood.
You'll hear the sound of boots, and then a... Ow! Thump, 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 thump. The door will open. And a woman is standing behind the door. Her face completely obstructed by a breathing mask. Her hair pulled back underneath like a surgeon's cap. She's got rubbered gloves that are leather cured gloves that are all the way up to the tops of her arms, and is wearing like a full butcher's smock with a little bit of acid eating away at the bottom right corner. Hello.
Hello.
How can I help you?
You had a potion that makes things grow very large, right?
She will shoot a glance down at your crotch.
Wow.
It's non-specific, but yes.
So, like, if we were to give it to somebody, we could have an incredibly large person. Say the size of a bridge.
That's a very large person.
I'm sorry, who are you? Oh, sorry, one moment. She starts swatting at the acid. I need vinegar! Vinegar, now! Yes, ma'am.
I'm one of the group of peoples that's trying to defend the
Yes,
town.
I know who you are, but why...
Have you heard anything about what
You're Xena Avakara.
That's close enough. But have you heard anything about what's coming towards this town? On the other side.
One moment, please. I've heard rumors of something bad. I've been in my lab for the past week.
There's 500 gnolls being led by a demon. Coming towards Dog Run Bridge.
Why didn't you say so? Come in. She will wait until her apprentice, now with a bit of a bopped head from interrupting her work, comes back in and pours some vinegar on the side of her apron. There's a as the acid neutralizes.
Would it?
Wouldn't
No,
you need like lie?
Because
It would be.
vinegar's
It
also
would
an
be.
acid.
It would be.
It would have to be
You're
like
right.
That just made it worse.
It's just it makes it super acid. It could be a base burn, to be honest. But anyway, it pours something on the side of her smock, and it will sizzle away, leaving a large, almost like mouse gnawed chunk missing. She'll hold her arms out, and her assistant will help her deglove, and then she'll pull her smock down and her mask down, revealing a fairly attractive, if harsh, elven face. Long ears and the complexion of one of the high elves, like you, actually. At least, like your mom. And there is quite a bit of discoloration to her face, though. She has a lot of splotched white on top of her already pale skin, like vitiligo. Vitiligo? It's vitiligo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Basically, like where her skin is different patches.
Doesn't have pigment.
Yeah, missing pigment, and like half of her eyebrow is a different color, and like it's just like missing patches of pigment on her flesh.
Okay.
It could be scarring. It could be natural. Who knows? All right. What do you need? What can perpetually perfect potions do for you?
Basically, what I was thinking is we need to come up with something that can stop a horde. And right now, we're trying to fortify the bridge as best we can, but I think it might be optimal to have something a bit more
Some large ass animals.
sizable on our side to help defend
I see.
against them.
These potions don't come cheap. I'm assuming that you're here on the Jarl's expense account.
I am.
Neither does a new town.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna say that. I mean, the Jarl's expense account.
I can give a fair rate provided we survive.
That, yeah.
Until then, I can give it to you on credit. I know your family. I know of them. On short notice, though, they are difficult to make. I have 4 in stock, and if I work throughout the night, I can have another 4 made.
Okay.
These are potions of size enhancement. They will make someone... They'll make a dwarf tall. They'll make an elf very tall. They'll make a halfling human. They're not giant-sized potions.
That's fair. That's better than nothing.
I didn't say I didn't have a giant-sized potion. I have 3.
Okay.
I do not have time to make more of those.
That is fair.
Each one of them would normally cost $500 on the market. I had 4 and lost 1 recently.
Ooh.
That's interesting.
Tell a story that you know.
I will tell a story that I know. That I heard about.
Really?
Yeah, my partners came across something in the sewer that had been...
They poured it down the sewer?
Somebody did.
Well, just thank your lucky stars you didn't have to deal with a 40-foot-long turd. Enough organic material in one place and it would have gone active. If someone had been too voracious with sunflower seeds, the city could have been overrun with Golgothan excrement.
Thank the gods that didn't happen.
You don't want to know which god that is. There is a god of bathrooms. I'm not creating him, but there probably is.
I'm not. Surprised.
Don't be his cleric.
Oh god. I am real life.
You god.
May all your days be clear.
Praying at the porcelain throne.
Farrah is sitting outside just reading. Just in case people were wondering where she is, she's just outside being like,
I kind of figured as much.
Is there any chance that the guard has like trained attack dogs? That we could feed some of these dogs?
yeah, actually they do.
Yay!
They're in the guard episode. There were dog kennels out back. They didn't encounter.
Yep.
How big was a gnoll? Like a single one?
Gnoll is like Danny DeVito to you-sized. So gnolls are actually decently sized. They're about 6 feet tall, but kind of bent over.
On like all fours, or
They can run on all fours. So gnolls are under G. Amy, they're alphabetical.
No, I'm looking for the
that's like
the dinosaur thing that we saw. What was it called?
It was starts with an A.
Was it an arctid?
They're under dinosaurs.
Oh, under dinosaur.
Yeah. All right. So
Dinosaur's not.
Fantastic. Well, we'll put those on the Jarl's expense account.
I'll need you to sign for them.
I will sign for them.
probably be in the
Bolos?
monster manual.
This is mine, isn't it?
Jarden, bring the account book, and you will sign for them.
Bulls?
Pause?
So you're going to sign like $2,000 worth of expenses away at minimum.
Yep.
All right. So you will leave here with 7 potions, with 4 more coming tomorrow. So Mike, why don't you go ahead and write these down just so that you have them. These potions last for quite a while. Can I borrow the PHP for a second?
Am I writing down the giant potions first?
Yeah, so these are going to be enhance size and giant potion, which doesn't actually exist in the book. But
it's cool.
oh, by the way, in case you care, her name is Pasheen.
Pasheen. I do
Pasheen
care.
of Perpetually Perfect Potions. Not Pusheen, Pasheen.
Pashy.
I do care, actually.
Yeah, it's her Pasheen project.
Pasheen of
Good
PPP.
episode, I love it.
Enlarge is up to 1 minute, but a potion
Giant bear. Shh, I'm trying to see if I can be giant.
So the giant potion lasts for a while. We'll say a while.
I'm gonna write down a while.
Depending on the animal, it can be permanent.
Oh god! Giant attack dogs!
And then the enlarged potion lasts for about 10 minutes.
10 minutes, okay.
It's 1 minute in the book, but it's 10 minutes because Pasheen knows how to make her shit.
Now what else? Am I putting anything else down for these, or just
one is giant, one is enhanced. So
Okay.
one moves you up one size category. Actually, I'm going to borrow that for one more second. I want to look up size categories.
Okay.
Is this one mine or yours?
I think this one's that one might be Winter's.
Yeah, because yours is on the table.
Yeah,
Nice.
mine has with the green paper on
Size 176. So. No.
Oh, that was a dog.
Yeah, that is.
What was it?
We need to give him a giant potion.
Yeah, I think so.
Imagine for a
No, it was like a velociraptor.
The tail.
Yeah, I thought it was at. It would be at head height then. There'd be a lot of broken necks following him around.
Hey, I mean, that'd be perfect to go up against gnolls. Just send a happy Charlie in and...
Okay, so this is a giant potion. So what it does is,
Ankylosaurus.
it increases your size category by 2 or 3 depending on your roll.
So
It's an armor.
So that would make you. No, it does it by 2. So the first enhanced does it by 1. So that would take a medium person to a large person. This would take a medium person to a huge person. The difference being, Mike, that you go from being a 5 by 5 to a 15 by 15. That's huge.
That's big.
If something is already large, it goes up to a 20 by 20, which is gargantuan. That's like dragon sized. You cannot stack these. You can't double magic up that way.
That
So
makes
you
sense.
can't be like 20 and then go like 40.
Unless you have a natural ability to shapeshift up, such as your druid.
who's currently looking at things to try and become a giant something.
Allosaurus?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out, because there's Allosaurus and, was it Ankylosaurus or Allosaurus?
The one problem with this is your hit points don't change that much.
Yeah, it would be whatever the target animal thing is.
And Ankylosaurus is low, four-legged, and armored with a club tail.
Yeah, but I'm trying to remember which
Allosaurus.
one we actually saw.
We dealt with Allosaurus. Well, Allosaur. We dealt with sauropods, which
Is that what it was? Sauropods?
yeah, a sauropod is like
So would that just make you a larger target that's easier to hit?
Possibly, but I could might also
I
be
used
like,
the stats for the Allosaurus.
Okay.
I just made them smaller because it was a cave.
yeah, a Utah raptor-sized Allosaurus.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
This is kind of cool.
Mormon raptors.
Mormon raptors.
Oh, and their melee attacks.
Alan.
It doesn't have multi-attack, but that's okay.
Yeah,
Way
but
better attack.
they're dinosaurs.
Okay, but the one problem with that, I'm just going to remind you, if you are a 15 by 15,
Yeah,
I can get a lot of attacks on you,
that's true.
which means that you drop down to normal size, well, to normal you quick.
Yeah.
So
So,
maybe you had to be up high and just...
Yeah, I was thinking if I was an Ankylosaurus, possibly if there was like a knockback attack, but I don't think I do.
okay. All right, so as you leave with your potions, oh, Charlie's trying to leave
with his potions.
with the potions. Hey, come back here, dog.
Charlie, come here.
Like I can shift into
She's like, oh, but
large things, right?
I'm a
All right, so you as you head out, Farah's waiting outside. You get cool stuff?
I got extremely cool stuff. Did you find out cool stuff?
A little bit. Gnolls tend to worship someone called Rurak. It's like deliberately smeared, like they were trying to do like effect lettering here. It's weird. I think it's pronounced Rurak.
Never heard of them.
He's the god titan of hunger
Okay,
and
that's
savagery.
That sounds like a gnoll thing to worship.
But they're also pretty big in this Yeomanger guy.
Well,
Yeomanger.
Yeomanger has a lot to do with the Earth Scar.
Well, this is great. The ones that worship Yeomanger are generally scarier.
Okay.
They paint their eyes with the blood of their fallen to mark themselves in for his blindness to increase their rage.
Well, that's terrifying.
Yeah. Well, they also eat everything. Also, I found out... Oh, I'm going to see what she found out in a second. Let's see how well prepared she can be. I'm going to spend her inspiration on this. Thank God. That went from a 7 to a 24. The big problem is that when they die, they don't always die. Unless you kill them proper. Like, really, if they're hungry enough, they come back to life.
That's bad. Okay.
So,
Yeah, kind of. Can you hand me Volo's Guide to Everything? Or Volo's Guide to Monsters? Yeah, hold on. So...
Would that then like translate to them having been headed, or?
We're about to find out.
Destroyed. Destroyed is what you want.
What does that even mean?
So is that like burned or just obliterated?
Burn should work.
Burned should work. We can do burned.
So when... So there are 3 types of gnolls that we're going to have to worry about. Besides their internal war structure, some of them are smart enough to actually use tactics.
Okay.
So, Flins. Flins are exceptionally large and strong gnolls. The war bands usually contain 1 Flind. Always the leader. The Flind wields a weapon that carries the dark blessing of Rurak, a magical flail that saps the body and mind of any foe that feels its touch. Special messengers of the gods. And any gnoll that kills the Flind becomes the new Flind. It's a magical hereditary captainship. That's awful.
Yeah.
So we want to kill him.
Charlie, that's your own hair.
So if they're driven enough by bloodlust and they die, they come back together as something called a withering. Witherling.
That sounds awful.
Yes, they're not my favorite, and she'll show you a picture of a skeletal gnoll. It's basically just an undead gnoll with the bones hanging together with scraps of like discarded mummified flesh.
Hey, I happen to have a weapon that's very good against undead.
Well, that's good. I'm going to show you a photo of this real quick, Mike.
That sounds good. That's the undead gnoll?
That's the Witherling, yes.
Oh boy. Okay.
But just imagine that as like not undead, and that's what we're looking at basically.
Oh, so normal gnolls look like this.
Okay.
That's a Flind.
Oh, is he?
Kind of like hyenas.
They're hyena men.
Oh, okay.
And Witherlings are gross as hell. Christine.
Good.
Yeah. The best part about this, though, is we're in luck. 1-on-1, a well-trained fighter of any kind, really. Anyone with good martial competency can probably take a gnoll 1-on-1.
Okay.
How many guys do we have?
Like 30
It's more than that.
on this side. On the other side, I think probably another 30 or 40.
Okay, so let's be optimistic and say we're only outnumbered 6-1.
And I mean, you know, with us, I mean, we have more than just a basic grasp of.
Oh, I'm gonna kill a lot more than you.
Yeah.
I mean, look at you.
I mean, you're a literal dragon.
I wish.
I have a bow.
It's a nice bow.
It is a nice bow.
I like it. It's good. She'll poke your bow.
Ow!
It's cute.
It is cute.
It's cute. Okay, fine. She'll stand up and grab her stuff. I mean, I'm a dragon, but I'm not like a can't. So wish I could. That would make this a lot easier.
That would be extremely cool, actually.
If you could just shapeshift into a dragon.
Just imagine if you were able to turn into a dragon, and then we could give you a giant potion. And then you could be Like the biggest dragon in history.
Thought you were going to say a saddle.
You want someone to ride
No!
you as a dragon?
No!
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 You're your own person.
She's gonna shuffle off back toward the hotel. And we're gonna fast forward in time there, I think.
That sounds fair.
Because everyone had
funny.
a...
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
You all reconvene at the hotel. And you get some sleep.
No, thank God for sleep.
Thank goodness.
You update each other on what's happened. You've managed to... You show up complete... You've sprawled out over an
Just
entire
blitzed.
bed.
Am I going to remain drunk for a while, though, because of that card? Because I probably shouldn't.
Yes, I'm gonna say so.
Great.
You're gonna be definitely a bit out of it, and you're going to all have pretty brief sleep, enough to regenerate your hit points. You'll be back at the full,
Oh, yes.
and you'll be able to get your spells back.
And I'm changing some of my spells out, so.
So somehow I managed... Yeah. Meager traps.
So you just have a giant bag of traps in the room. They're just like spread around. There are traps everywhere in the hotel. Oh my god! Hold on.
Oh no! Did you set them up in the room?
Winter, can you roll me a d20?
No.
Inspiration. 20.
Okay, that sounds great. I would like everybody here to flip their cards over. And go ahead, flip them. And everybody here make me a dexterity save.
Oh, Jesus.
That's so perfect.
Oh boy. Okay. I'm making a what save?
And add the bonus or disadvantage from your card as well. Christine, it's a d10.
Oh god.
So I'm already just sleeping.
Yeah, so subtract 9 from yours. Amy?
Okay, so it's minus 1d8 after making a skill or attack roll.
Yep, so...
Alright, so hold that.
So-
and what's yours?
Mine is 18, and until the end of your turn, attacks of opportunity are made with advantage against you.
Alright, what I'd like you to do is use disadvantage on that save. What'd you get total?
11. I rolled a 19, okay?
So,
So I need to.
18 is
do you
my
want me to-
lower one.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll the 1d8 or just roll?
Just take disadvantage then.
Okay, because I rolled. I got 15 total, and it says minus 1d8 after making a skill or attack roll. So, do you want me to
Just roll a
Yeah,
disadvantage.
so if she wakes up at any point, she's just like, we're trapped.
That's 15 again.
15?
Yeah, on both.
Okay. So as you all enter the room, you'll notice that the hotel is dark and that there's loud snoring from the back room. And as you walk in, there's piles of stuff everywhere. Like laundry bags full
Like
of
all the
clinking.
hunters, all the trappers, everyone gave what they had.
Yeah. Yeah,
Sweet.
you've got probably about
3d20s of traps.
Dang.
you've got about 20 traps. Just like some of them quite large, some of them take a lot of rope. And as you're looking around, there is the sound of, and suddenly your dwarf fires toward the ceiling at a rocket pace as a snare wraps around both of your feet and wrenches you off the ground.
Oh no.
You are swinging like a chandelier, actually from the chandelier in the center room. And I need to do a check real quick.
Can I stop her from swinging?
Yes, you may. So,
Oh, no, before you even get to that, muscle!
and are you going to grab her hands?
Yeah, I'm gonna...
That sounds great. And you're holding her still?
Yeah.
Cool. The ceiling failed its constitution save versus she's attached to the chandelier in adamantine armor.
Not gonna hold.
Mike, take 9 points of damage as you enter so you will reach up, grab Malia by the hands and try to pull her down, and will suddenly she's gonna come down as you try to steady her right on top of you, and you're gonna feel one of your ribs go eek! And you can't breathe. You can't breathe. You've got this dwarf in the 120-pound armor on top of you, on your solar plexus. What do you do, Malia?
Oh my god, this hurts.
Am I released? No.
Your legs are bound, but you can wiggle.
Like roll
I
off.
will roll off of him.
Did you want her to ride you, Xeno?
Farah.
Wait, what?
Roll off, sit up, pull my dagger, free my feet, and then touch.
Your lungs reinflate by the power of Vela. It's like having the sweetest breeze blown into your lungs. Here, take your inspiration. Oh, you already still have it. There you go.
Oh, do I give this back to you?
Yeah, give him back to me.
Do we get more?
Nah,
Okay.
maybe in another session.
Okay.
Well, I rolled a 20 on that.
That was ridiculous. All right. And are you doing anything else, or just heading to sleep at this point?
I'm just switching out spells and going to bed.
All right. Can I get everybody to make me a perception roll? If you have dark vision, you may do this at advantage.
Oh, okay.
No, you set the traps.
Oh, is this just to make sure we get to our bed
Yeah.
without kill it setting? Oh, God. Okay. You said perception?
23.
Perception? Okay.
Dark vision gives you advantage.
13.
We're about to go to rest and then
17.
you'll get my spells back?
Can I just sleep where I am?
No, one second.
No,
one
not
second.
well.
Oh, okay.
You're like, I don't want to move.
I'm just like...
I will
yeah.
also
Alright.
converse briefly with Malia.
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 Malia Sunswarm.
Malia.
Malia Obama.
No, Malia.
Thank you.
Malia. I'm sorry,
All right.
I just shortened the vowel.
So, what'd you get on your roll?
I got a 17.
And Christine? You got 13?
No, it was like 20 something.
Okay,
I
and
got
you got
I was the one that got
23.
13. All right. So you will manage to meander around the tripwires and things that have been placed out. Ooh, Farah has trouble. She's okay. You will just slowly meander your way, and you will slip out of your armor so that you can sleep.
Yeah.
And you will slip in bed. Might take 4 points of non-lethal damage as a mousetrap goes around your foot. Mars!
You should dump water on her or something.
All right, and you will pull up in bed. There you go.
Out of curiosity,
Yeah.
what level is the withering? CR.
Don't know.
We'll find out.
Above a half?
Some of them.
Okay.
I don't have my book on me right now.
Oh, yeah, that
Oh,
one.
Goldus is over here.
Shh, I don't want to look it up.
Okay.
Besides, there's no way to know.
Yeah, let's get this going.
But yeah, I will talk to Malia about spells and like what things to prepare to sort of try and coordinate anything.
Large area of effect.
That's pretty much, yeah. Basically.
I'm gonna try and thunderwave some of them off the butt bridge.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
When I hear her say large area effect, I'm gonna just come back out and be like, large area effect? And I'm gonna put a potion on the table. Giant potion. 3 giant potions. And 4 enlarged potions with 4 more coming in the morning. And I'm gonna grab one of the giant potions and go back to bed. Cause that's mine.
I'm pretty sure we've got some. I'm sure the guards have some animals we can give those to.
Excellent.
Which she'll make sure, like in the morning, that if you get bigger, you can't use your bow. It'll be too small.
Yeah,
You'll
the bow
break it.
doesn't.
Okay.
The no, it's just you.
So-
The
Yeah.
person who drinks it grows.
Yeah.
It's not your equipment.
It'd be
Yeah.
cool if your equipment could, but
That would be
I'm
cool.
thinking-
Where, like a dog would be great because
Like-
they are their equipment.
exactly.
Yeah. If we're fighting outside, so like call lightning and sleet storm could be useful.
Mm-hmm.
Does that say something?
No, it doesn't.
Really?
What are you looking at?
No, I'm just looking at stuff while you're talking.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
So like call lightning is a decent amount of thing. Sleet storm.
Yep.
Good.
Those are all like ones I automatically get
Yep.
as a cleric.
Gust of wind.
Yep.
Might as well. Knock back is great.
Personally,
Lightning bolt and wind wall.
Personally, Thunderwave. Call Lightning's great because it's a big area of effect one.
Considering mirror image, enough to distract, hopefully, but it might not be.
It might not be worth a
Yeah.
spell slot.
So out of character, just to remind you, Farah has a 15-foot fire cone. And she
This is
also
that-
has 2 uses of fireball, or 3 uses of fireball, as well as up to 3 uses of haste.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to personally try and start at least in such a way that I can maybe thunder wave some off the bridge.
Yeah. Do we want to worry about stealth terribly much? Because I
No.
might just drop past without a trace and like.
I don't think there's
Stealth,
any point.
I don't think stealth is.
stealth can be really good in a large melee battle
Yeah.
on individual people.
Yeah.
So your
These is-
primary focus is going to
stealth.
be flanking people so that you can
Yeah.
stab them in the back,
I get that.
get that extra bonus.
What else have I got
Besides that, knowing that there is a chief commander and probably also some type of demonic entity there,
Mhm.
those are the 2 things that you're going to want to focus on.
Yeah.
Gnolls are fairly low-level monsters out of character.
Low like intelligence kind of deal? Or?
That too, but they're also fairly low challenge rating. As in, you can probably, at your level right now, can probably kill a regular Gnoll with 1 hit, maybe 2.
So plant growth is one where is like all normal plants in a 100-foot radius centered on a point within 150 feet range become thick and overgrown. A creature moving through the area must spend 4 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves.
Yes, you could do that, but you'd have to make sure there are plants, so I would suggest grabbing handfuls of seeds and throwing them on the bridge.
Okay, will it count if it's just the seeds or?
That's a plant.
Okay, yeah. So that's one of the things that I would, I suppose, set up when we were doing.
You could also put potted plants out, like in zombies versus plants. Or plants
That
versus
would be
zombies.
hilarious.
Okay, yeah, that's so. During
Block
the
joy.
setup and getting things like as we're planning things, I'll be like, okay, I want plants, lots of plants,
Okay.
plants, lots of plants,
So I want you guys to figure out your actual strategy for
Yeah.
the bridge.
because
But we still have a little more role-playing to do before that. As night passes on, you'll get your sleep. And as you're awakening in the morning, the sun's rays not quite cresting the horizon. You'll hear a knock at your door.
I will get up and thread my way through the traps.
Hello? Hello? Is anyone there?
Wallace?
Yes, it is I.
One moment. And I'll get to the door and open it.
He looks absolutely haggard.
Are you alright?
It's time.
Oh, time!
Sorry to wake you, but,
Shit.
yes,
Okay.
nature waits for no man, or dwarf or woman, or dwarf woman.
Okay. One moment. Turn. Whistle!
I
Really loudly.
poke out of my door.
Right. So, Natty is giving birth. I'm going down to help.
Yep.
Send somebody for me. Preferably one of you lot.
We'll start on the bridge.
Before everything happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll get started on the bridge.
Tia, you already know what I've said about that, so go for it.
Do I see Mars come out into the hallway when this happens?
Make me a wisdom save. See if you
Flaming
wake up.
Sphere, or maybe.
That's a 1.
Alright.
She will sleep through the night. You can physically wake her if you'd like.
No, I'm gonna wait until later.
Okay.
I'm not
Well,
gonna
it
wait. I'm
depends
gonna
on if
fling
you
a
want me to
pastry at
set
her.
these traps elsewhere.
Hmm?
It depends on if you want me to actually set these traps where they're useful.
Please do.
So you
Like,
might want to wake me
now.
up.
Alright.
Yeah, no, Molly is gonna throw like a pastry at you on her way out. So like sticky Danish is gonna hit you in the face.
Alright, and Wellis will drag you off.
Yeah.
Yes, it happened quite suddenly. They're just, everything was fine. She was being her usual self, and then a little snippier than normal, and then suddenly, water everywhere.
Yeah, that's normally how it happens.
I think it's going to be fine, but I'm just not sure. It's never.
Yes.
Little puppy
It'll
whimper.
be okay.
Good girl. Good girl.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
So I was looking at
She's
my
just
health
reaching out,
review.
just patting.
At first, if it's 2d10 of damage, being like fire damage, and it says it's 1d10 after the first level for each one. If we're on 6, does that mean it's 7d10 damage?
Can I take a look real quick?
7d10 damage sounds
That's
nice.
terrifying.
I got right there.
Okay.
Okay.
This is the bottom part. I'm trying to make sure.
So it's for each spell slot level.
Oh, okay.
So I think that Hellish Rebuke normally. So hold this. So they actually say what it goes up to as a natural ability in the book.
Yeah, because I still don't know really much like spell stuff yet.
So basically, that's if you are a spellcaster, you can spend a higher level slot to make it bigger. As a tiefling, I think it maxes out at 2d10 for you. Maybe I think a little higher. Well, it's a freebie, right?
Yeah.
So as a tiefling.
Because like I was definitely looking up a lot of my things.
When you reach 5th level, yeah. So when you reach 3rd level, you can cast it as a 2nd level spell once every long rest.
Okay.
So it does the 2d10,
Okay, what?
which is pretty good still. Like, that's a good reaction.
So I've got 3 third level spells like slots I can use. So
Does it start?
So it starts at 2, so it'll go up to
Oh, really?
3. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah, so then it's 3d10, which is even better.
nice. Okay, cool. I don't understand that stuff, so I'm still trying to figure
It's
it out.
the casting at a higher spell level still gets to me sometimes too, so I feel it.
Yeah. And like I'm looking at all the things I have, like uncanny dodge, the sneak attacks.
I'm gonna double check that real quick. So you get Hellish Rebuke.
Yeah. As a instant reacting spell.
Yeah. So yeah, you get 3d10.
sweet.
You're brought off to the bridge, and I'll be with you in just a moment, or to find me off to the lower levels. The rest of you are gathered up and brought to the bridge.
Yeah.
The group of guardsmen from South Dog Run have gathered there, probably 20, 25 deep. Many of them exhausted. But they're led by the captain of the guard, whose name is
Kadim?
Kadim. That's right,
Is it okay?
Kadim.
Kadim.
Kadim. Okay, that was an age.
Nope, it's Kadim. Along with Kadim, and they gather there. On the other side, you can see lines, hundreds of people, and on your side as well, dozens and dozens of people have come to help. In the center of it, you see Kronor and Yasin dressed in a much fancier robe. Kronor gives him the nod, and then as dawn's rays begin to crest the side of the bridge and light the stonework, he raises up the medallion, and the blue stone in the middle begins to glow and shimmer. There's a slight fizzle. And then the barrier falls. There's a sudden rush as people begin to pour through in panicked, quick movements, running into each other's arms, their families from the other side. Hundreds and hundreds of people pass by you in the next half hour. Some weeping, some sullen, until it comes down to a trickle of stragglers being ushered through by 24 soldiers from House Claywin, dressed in their coat of arms, and a contingent of halflings, helping the other halflings to safety, all wearing the gray jerkins of the Bridge Cleaners Union. One in the center, a particularly dashing young halfling with a goatee and Van Dyke beard. Come on then, move. Everyone be careful. Watch your footing on the bridge. We haven't been through here recently. It's obviously very dirty. You don't want to slip and fall. Come on. Come on, old woman. Let's move. You will get the sense of who that is from the wanted posters. What do you do?
I'm gonna start like going out and actually setting up my traps.
Yeah,
Once people
gather
get past
plants
a certain
and
point.
things.
I'm gonna start going around finding all the elderly people or the unhealthy people and getting them to head on down the low road.
Yeah. I'll actually go address the Alfior, whatever his name is. And suggest that those squires and pages that he wants not involved in things might be good to take point on helping direct and route the civilians, the elderly, and the kids out of here.
That's a good point.
They're still they're training in professional things, so they might have a bit more clout, but also you'll get them out of the way.
All right, troops. You heard what the captain said.
And if they need to send any messages,
I need you to go down and protect these people. We can't. We're going to hold here. Make sure they get to safety. We trust you to give your lives if needed.
Yes, Captain.
Make your parents proud. Make me proud. He did okay with his role. They agree. Where are you setting up these traps? On which side of the bridge? South or north? South being the side that you've been stuck on this whole time.
Probably more on the north side once everyone gets past. Like, would I think that that's probably the better vantage point before we get, like, overrun? Like, kind of further up.
Could be.
Yeah, because I'm just trying to think of, like, what the place kind of looks like besides a bridge.
So, let me pull out my crabby diagram, and you'll see.
Yeah, just anything to see. So where are we on there?
So you guys are right here. This is like the big overhang,
Yeah.
and then this is the top part.
And where are we? Where are the gnolls and everything coming from? So I want to kind of set like some sort of spring traps like out there to catch them.
Right along the beginning of the bridge?
Yeah.
Okay.
To slow them down as much as possible.
Can someone hand me a piece of paper? Thank you. So,
Like the bear traps and everything. And I would let the others know that there's like certain spots to avoid. Don't go past there. But it's kind of further off.
Actually, yeah, that's a good idea, because if you set those out far enough back, it might be that the scent of blood from being caught in a bear trap or something would get their fellows to try and eat them.
yeah, true.
Slow them down a little bit, at least.
Yeah. And some of those rockets that I caught MacLeod in, it's bringing them back rather than towards us. Yeah, there's not a whole lot that we have on short notice, but it's better than nothing.
there you go. You may write whatever your annotations are on there, and then pass it down to the next player.
Okay.
So what? I don't really mean annotations. Just like
Well, where she's putting her traps. So
Okay.
this is where Steep Hollow down here. This is the south. That's the
Okay.
mainland. Mm-hmm. So, and the bridge kind of actually here. I'll just
Yeah.
kind of go. Woo-doo-doo.
So people are just starting to cross here now because the border would have started here
Borders are here in the middle of the bridge.
in the middle. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm like way out here.
Okay. So as you are, Marisol gets to work, starts setting around, and a couple of real rugged, burly, hairy types wander out and start working alongside of her. Dwarves and humans and halflings dressed in fur.
Fair enough. I'm gonna go find Kadim.
Come on, move it, move it! You must keep this up. Do not fall behind.
Captain,
My friend.
how well trained are your dogs?
Well, they're not my dogs. They're the guard captain's dog. Well, the patrol captain's. That's Dejel.
Where can I find him?
She's right there.
Fantastic, and I'm going to go over and talk to her.
So you'll approach one of the only halfling guards. Hello, sir.
Hello, I'd like to talk to you about your dogs. You have...
Yeah, the finest trained dogs in Dog Run Bridge.
How big are they right now?
They're mostly hounds. A couple of them, we mostly use them for hunting rats, but we've also used them to find some illicit substances before. They're bigger than me.
I mean, that's fair.
Do you want to meet them?
I would love to. How would you like to temporarily have some dogs that are, 2 or 3 times the size that they currently are?
That seems like a bit much to handle.
And then tell them that gnolls are bad.
Oh. I wouldn't want... I suppose it's the only way to do it, isn't it?
We'll do our best to keep them safe. It's our goal to not lose anybody on this side. 2 legs or 4.
I mean, they're safer bigger than they would be in their kennels.
They are safer out here, bigger than they are in their kennels.
How many do you need?
I have 3 giant potions, and I have 8 enlargement potions.
I've got 5 dogs that are well enough to fight.
Okay.
That are big and strong. I've got 1 beagle, but I don't...
I think we'll keep the beagle away from the fight, maybe.
He's pretty ornery.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we'll keep the beagle away from the fight. Yeah, we could definitely use a dog like a beagle to help, keep triage.
Nope, that's about the right number of bridges. See if you guys want to add anything else there. Those are trapped areas.
Triage could definitely use a bit of help, and to just keep them organized. So we can maybe keep the beagle there. It's well secured to begin with. So
good. I can do that.
Fantastic.
I'll have them to you soon.
Fantastic. I'm going to go pick up the rest of these potions, and I'll meet you back on the bridge. I'll meet you back at the guardhouse.
Yes.
Fantastic.
I'll introduce you.
Go on the bridge.
Are you warning people that you're setting
yeah.
stuff up?
I mean, I think they're pretty obvious, probably.
Yeah, I was watching them. Okay, Mars is doing her thing.
Is it snowing?
There is a sprinkling of snow everywhere, yeah. Hey, that's going to be helpful for you.
Especially if no one walks on the fucking bridge.
So, I guess I should... Okay. So I've got... So, plant growth is using spells...
So that's my suggestion for setting up, like,
all normal
tangles
plants.
of stuff.
In 100-foot radius, I did on
Funnel.
a point.
Yeah.
Within
So,
150 feet.
you're going to start ordering people to bring junk.
Yeah.
Anything. Pots, pans,
Pile
carts.
it up high. Carts, chairs, barrier stuff.
Market stalls.
Break down some stuff and make pointed edges, lash them all together. Anything to make that area difficult.
Farrah is going to lean over. I have an idea.
Yeah?
Whatever we have there, let's douse it in oil.
Okay.
Okay.
If they attack at night, most of these people are humans and halflings. Their sight's not the best.
That's true.
True.
Can we underlie it with stone or metal so that the bridge won't burn, but
Also, that makes a good point.
Are we literally burning bridges?
It's not the name of the next episode.
So,
I want somebody to put something that's like something large and heavy, like within 10-foot size, because that's what the size of something you can cast light on.
So like, what do you need?
Anything heavy that they can't move really too easily. So a large stone, 10-foot size max.
Something in that cave we were in before?
So, just realizing something. We're talking to you. This is on the walk to the bridge.
Yeah.
Because you are elsewhere right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah,
this
but
happened. This happened like an hour.
This is what I would come either a while ago or prior to.
Okay.
So
All right.
I'm just putting my stuff down. Yeah.
So you start figuring out. So you're spreading seeds around the area?
yeah, so I'm trying to think about where exactly I would put things, because I would try and
Okay.
coordinate it.
So Amy, when
Separate.
you put them down, use
There's gonna be
use
100
figure
foot
eights or
radius.
circles. Okay.
Okay.
I don't really think I have anything to add.
Yeah,
Do
because
it.
because what I'll end up doing is like, so this is going to be 200 feet diameter circle.
Nice.
Okay. And don't forget here, give me this.
And I think I would have said prior when we were making plans earlier of, well, if there's high spaces, let's put archers up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can
That's
also, if we
So
have
I'm gonna
any
be.
Yeah.
things like trees, I can cast webs between. They
Well,
last
actually,
for
with
an
your
hour,
stalker stuff,
and they
it
can
would
be anchored
ideal
between
to
like
probably
walls
go
and
take
trees
out
and
the
stuff.
Bosses.
Well, especially if you put
Right.
that in
Bloom
Just
traps.
clear the whole
stalkers.
lot.
So this is okay. Let's last up for 10
Especially with all the
minutes.
cover we're
This
giving.
is up to a minute.
That's a good
These
point.
are more instantaneous.
Time to read
and
up on my
short-term.
Gloomstalker stuff.
Okay. So here. Okay, so here are the rough measurements. So it's a 500-foot bridge ballpark with and 120 feet wide.
120 feet wide. So I can do something that can cover basically this whole area and slow them down
Yeah.
with plants.
And you know where my traps are, so you know where
Yeah.
to be careful.
Meanwhile,
So,
Wellis leads you back into the leads you down to where the caneen are holed up. And as soon as you enter, crouching under the broken brickwork, you can hear the sound of groaning. I think you're needed, lady.
I will hurry in.
As you enter, you can see that she's laid on a number of sheets. Her armor set aside. You can see the squirming mass of her belly. You've never done anything quite like this before.
I know the theory.
Are you... I'd like you to give me a medicine check.
okay, we're gonna do this.
18.
18. Oh, that's enough to deliver. As you approach, you do what's necessary. You dab her brow with a wet cloth. You help her to her feet so that she can do it from a squat. The smart methods. Dwarves use birthing stools. Well, it's more like a toilet, to be honest, with a cushioned bottom. But dwarves, they know how to open their hips.
Good to know.
As you approach and as you dab her brow, she grasps your hand. She grasps your forearm, her claws digging in around your armor plating.
I wonder how many pups she can have.
Her eyes are unfocused. A slight haze around them. And she looks at you and through you. A slight glow about her eyes. I can see. The divine blessing you with a vision. I can see. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. Mardoon! Ah! Can you make me an insight roll? Perfect. All right. She groans, and you ease her through about an hour. It's fairly quick overall. Their bodies are designed to pass a bit more quickly than ours. All told... Nope, that's too many. It would be a D6. All told, there are 5 births. You check them over, and they all seem healthy. And you're fairly sure? They're anthropomorphic dogmen.
Babies.
Dog babies. A strange amalgamation of puppy flesh and baby flesh. Mm-hmm.
Probably adorable then.
Very blind.
Oh,
Yeah.
but like closed eyes and everything.
Yeah. One of them will look up and slowly blink eyes open that are almost like pure blue. The softest sky.
I'll scrub this forward gently with a finger. Blessings on you, little one. I will calmly go through and bless all of them.
Yeah, I feel like I should scatter
Just
some
take it
potted
with it.
plants through here or something.
I do like a plan.
As you look around, Nadia will fall asleep.
I'll make sure she's healed up.
And
Help the pups get placed in nurse.
they will do so lazily.
And at that point, when she's asleep and they're nursing, I'm going to turn to the rest of them and be like, okay, you all need to hear this. This is what's about to happen here. We need to get you somewhere safer than this.
I don't think that would be fair. Wellis will smile at you as best he can. I don't think that would be very fair. You've done so much for us. I'm quite good in a scrap.
If you're sure. But you don't need to.
I'm quite brave. Yes, I've got my friend here. He'll pat Bud up on the back, who will shirk away. Yeah, speak for yourself. The dark one
But
will,
the rest of your people, though.
We'll put whatever weight we can, Adita says.
That's fair, but we need to get you guys somewhere at least more secure than this.
You don't understand, do you? The other one, the dark one, who's not Wellick. Warwick?
Oh, I've forgotten the Charlie lookalike's name.
Warwick.
Dork? Okay.
Not Wellis, Warwick. What did she say to you in there?
I've forgotten the name right now, but...
Martin.
Mardin. Mardin?
They will all exchange a long look with each other. What did she say exactly?
I will repeat word for
Sorry,
word.
forgot. His voice is...
is coming.
What did she say exactly?
I will repeat word for word.
That's not possible. Mardoon's dead. I suppose you, I should probably, you could use a refreshment. Please, come with me. I did spirit away a little bit of raspberry wine.
Well then.
Please, come with me. Link
I
under.
will get it and go with him.
Raspberry wine smells so good.
Doesn't it? Mardoon, are you certain of that?
Yes.
This changes everything. Mardoon was one of us. He is one of the caneen that escaped the Feywilds in search of Lady Marine. Suppose we haven't been completely honest with you. When we escaped, we were soon set upon by a number of evils, including a dread creature claiming to be a servant of something called a Rarak. A dread wolf, spotty hyena beastie with a double-ended mace of some kind.
Yep, those are...
Flines.
Yeah, flins, witherings, gnolls. They worship that. That's what's coming. 500 plus of them.
I know. Not just. They tried to get us to join their ranks. They figured that dogmen should stay with dogmen. Idea refused. Mardoon had other plans. He felt that our time in the Feywild had changed us and that we would no longer live as servants or afraid, no more hiding in the shadows. If he's coming, then he is coming at the head of that army. Do you understand? He is coming for his children.
Okay then.
Do you understand me?
I think so.
He and Nadia were mates.
Okay then.
Sorry, there was one last domino, guys.
Protect the puppies!
Mardoon is the most ferocious.
Okay, what can he do? We'll need to know.
He is like Nadia, sworn to the divine.
Okay.
But he is a bad boy.
Oh my god!
Evil paladin. Great.
I do not know how far he's fallen, but he was sworn to strength. Sworn to dominate. Which works fine when you're traveling with a group of like-minded family. But among those ranks, perhaps a rank is the right word. I'm surprised that we couldn't smell his foul stench. From the shadows behind you, you'll hear a voice. If this is true, I suppose one more archer on the bridge.
Always helpful.
Anything to keep her safe. Them safe. What do you do?
Try and figure out how the heck we can keep the puppies safe. Like, where could we stick them that is protected?
This is probably pretty safe.
Yeah.
Safer than the bridge. Malia. I'm sorry. If this truly is If Mardoon is coming, all of this pain and suffering, it is our fault. We have brought this calamity down upon the bridge.
No. I'm gonna say it's his fault. Not your fault he made that decision. However, shall be the battle that sets us in history.
As you turn around to walk out, Butt is packing up his belongings. So when we heading out of here? Soon? Change of plans. Oh yeah? What, we're going north? I bet we can get around the Gnoll army. No. We're gonna kill Mardoon. Oh. Yeah, that's a change of plans. I think I'll stay with the puppies. Or I could hang out on the bridge. Either way, it's all good. It's fine. I always wanted to stab a Gnoll in the nuts.
I've got a question for you.
Yes, and back to you.
So I'm just reading up on my Gloomstalker stuff.
Yes. Are you stalking the gloom?
I am. So, I have 2 Gloomstalker spells, and they say the spell counts as a ranger spell, but doesn't count against the number of ranger spells you know.
So basically, you off the Gloomstalker's list, you gain those additional known spells. So basically, cards that you can play, but you still have a limited number of spells you can play.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
it's your hand size is increased.
Yeah.
Your play size is not.
Okay. Okay.
Is that the easiest way to explain that?
That is
Yeah.
the easiest way to describe
Yeah.
it. And that's
Cool.
exactly what I needed to know.
It's
Slut.
like,
Yeah.
these are my cleric spells that I just get automatically.
Okay.
These are the ones that count against my prepared spells.
Okay.
Like how many I'm allowed to prepare, these don't count.
That is exactly
But
the answer
I
that I
still only
needed.
have so many spell slots
Um,
to cast stuff with.
because
Ooh.
I might have a spell that can keep the puppies away from everything in an extra dimensional space.
All right. So I'm going to say that you all gather up. You meet up several hours later. Back at the town hall. The guard has introduced you to the 5 dogs. They all seem to like you fairly well. You can make me an animal handling roll to see how well they like you. Are you hanging out there too? You might as well.
10.
11.
They like her a little more than you. That's because she has pockets full of jerky.
Probably.
If Mars always has one thing, it's pockets full of jerky.
Yeah.
She would. She would.
So you all gather around the town hall. The dogs are prepped and waiting.
Are you talking to us about like what happened with the pups and everything?
Yeah, let's catch up. So who's saying what?
Yeah, so I will lay out what I've learned from them of what's coming and what its goal is.
So I really want to make the suggestion if there is a possibility in the 5th edition. Is there some way that we could like hide entrances with like spells or whatever to like doors and everything?
You use illusion spells.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
have
We
any.
don't have any.
No, but like would it be possible to get some so that we can give them that extra layer of security?
Well, let's find something like that.
So you're looking for somewhere to hide the dogs? The puppies?
Because they can't move.
I'm trying to offer them whatever extra protection they can get.
I might be
Which-
able to offer them something.
Basically, it's just like, is there anything that MacLeod could think of, or are they probably safest where they are?
I think they're probably safest where they are. You can throw
With
up
the
some.
rest of their maybe less combatant members staying.
Wellis would probably be able to throw up a major illusion to hide the
Yeah.
place, which is a great idea between you two. I wouldn't have necessarily thought of that. And he can do that and leave it there for several hours.
Okay.
And then I think Dita also can throw up those type of illusions as a bard.
Yeah. Just anything to give them that extra little barrier.
Yeah, because I was thinking.
And did you let us know about the potions?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because that might be something to mention to the caneen of, well, if you want, we've got some extra of these.
Because I imagine they
Like,
have
it won't grow your weapon, but it'll grow you.
the sense of smell. If
Yeah,
If you
Malia.
think this will help you.
is coming, he
Have you ever
can
heard of a
smell.
little spell called rope trick?
Ah, so
Basically,
more person, more stink.
I can take a length of rope, and at the end of it, I can basically make
Say we give it to the monk.
an extra dimensional space
Why don't we give it to the monk?
that things can't really go in or out of except through the door, and it lasts about an hour, and I can fit up to like 8 things in there, 8 medium or smaller size.
What happens when it
Creature.
vanishes?
Do they
They
just
just-
instantly go?
They just give the butt shunt it out?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. As for the potions, we have five attack dogs.
Yeah.
I have 3 giant potions, and I have 8.
Is there anything
8
else in the
enlargement
city that I can
potions.
We
think
should
of
give one
that
to
could be
the
used
monk.
for that?
For what?
The monk?
The potions.
Which monk is this?
Which monk is this?
Either Yasin or if he's alive, you could give it to Paulo.
Oh God.
That's horrifying. Isn't
Giant
he
Paulo.
in prison?
Yes, he is in prison.
Yeah. But hey.
I think for the giant potions is what you're talking about.
Yeah. Is there anything that Malia would have thought of? Because Christine's feeling stupid. So.
Forces,
Giant horses.
And just have him go, like.
trample.
Unless a horse is specially trained to be a warhorse, they won't do that.
Yeah.
Right? They'll actually actively avoid.
Yeah, they'll run away.
Just make a giant goat and let it just get pissed off at everything and just kick and
or
headbutt it.
fate.
Or just what you do is you do it to a chicken and then you convince them to attack the chicken. And I've seen enough Legend of Zelda games that a giant chicken would just blow the bridge up.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, I was thinking, maybe we could give it to the 3 strongest dogs for the giant potions.
The strongest
Yeah.
good boys.
The strongest good boys, and then dispense the enlargement potions among the rest and anyone else who needs one. They aren't. It's not much. It's not much of a use for me because I need to be able to use my bow. So
Well, and it's also your armor probably doesn't grow with it. It's
It
just
does.
you. Oh, it does?
Everything grows with you.
everything
Oh,
goes
even
with
the
you.
weapon.
I believe so, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Okay. Never mind.
Okay.
That's way better than I thought it was.
Yeah.
You just get a strength advantage, basically.
Oh.
So it's not particularly good for ranged.
Yeah. I'm more stealth focused, anyways.
Me too.
So you and I not too helpful. I mean, we could make Malia my size.
That might be better.
Hey Malia, do you want to be elf sized?
How much will that boost my strength?
You
I
get the
would-
advantage.
It'll give you advantage on strength checks, and you would. It's according to the spell, so
Okay, I don't know.
Oh, cool. What is
PHP?
flammable?
PHP's for everyone.
that's the way it should be.
It's super true.
Okay, so in large, you are doubled in all dimensions. Your weight is multiplied by 8. This growth increases you by 1 size category. Until the spell ends, you have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. Your weapon also grows. Your targets attacked with them deal 1d4 extra damage.
Your freaking hammer.
Yes, but that's only strength, right? So that's melee, that's not thrown.
Oh.
These are strength checks, not attacks.
Yeah, so.
So strength checks would be stuff like lifting giant things or
So I don't think it's actually useful.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Like it's solidly okay.
Whereas, like, someone who...
Ooh,
Like
the
if we can throw irritating animals
So,
that size.
if I were to, turn into a dinosaur
Yeah,
and then consume this,
yeah.
would it? Because
Your attacks would all go up by 1d4.
Yeah, weapons are large attacks, targets attacks within the only.
That includes multi-attack.
Yeah, my dinosaur doesn't have multi-attack, but it's got bear does. So if I went bear, this is something we wanted to do. I can set spells up and then change because I have things that last and for example, this one is instant. So plant growth is instantaneous. It does not tell me how long the plants last for. It does not say when they dispel, but it lasts for it seems to be ongoing because I think as normal plants just become overgrown and it just doesn't stop. I guess.
Yeah.
Plant
Yeah.
growth, you say?
Plant growth is a 3rd level transmutation. Because the duration says instantaneous, but creature moving through the area must spend 4 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves. So it seems like it goes because plants become thick and overgrown. That sounds different than entangle.
Yeah, like just basically you're growing plants.
Yeah, they stay. It's not like entangle where the plants are temporary.
Yeah, no, they're just big. You can also cast it over 8 hours to enrich a land.
Yeah, but that's for giving
that's for giving
enriched
crops.
for a year. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in this case, just the basic form is better, I think.
Well, for this, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I can cast that, and I guess it just exists. And then I have webs, which last for an hour, which are flammable, by the way. So if we want to set things on fire,
It says fart.
Okay, that was nice.
Does it?
I'm confirmed. It says fart.
Okay, cool.
What?
Cool, thanks, guy.
I know. So I can restrain people like gnolls, and then we can set them on fire if we want to.
And as for the puppies, do we want to let Wallace take care of the illusion for
I
that?
think so.
Because I mean, I can do that, or I can take a significantly more powerful attack
I would
spell
take the
on
attack.
that.
Yeah.
He'll take care of it.
Okay,
If we
fantastic.
can keep them at the bridge, that's probably the best we can do to keep them safe.
Fantastic.
All right, so you've started working out some ideas.
Yeah,
As you're-
so... I'm sorry.
So you're figuring that out. You've gone and you've sowed your wild oats around the.
Yes.
All right, you sprinkled. Can
Yeah.
you mark on the bridge with like kind of a scribble wherever you did or whatever you did?
did basically. Because it's a 100-foot radius, so it's
All right.
200 feet. So it'll basically go to the edge of the bridge and then like start growing over the edges.
All right, I will have to plan accordingly.
And we'll also range from the entire length
Don't
from
judge
the
me.
barrier to the edge.
And
From-
I guess you'll trigger that after they're on the bridge,
Yeah.
so that they get
So-
caught in the traps first, and
And-
then we do it.
Yeah, so my range to cast is 150 feet, and it's 100-foot radius. So I just have to be 50 feet. I can be up to 50 feet further back from the barrier to trigger that.
Okay.
That sounds good to people.
Alright, so where do we want our archers?
Up high.
Probably along the.
Along the border wall itself?
Yeah.
Sounds good. I'm gonna stay low.
Like, I will stay back and do my casting, these guys, and then when it seems like an appropriate time, I can potion and bear,
Fair enough.
or potion and dinosaur, one of the two.
Mars, you and I are sneaky, stealthy people.
Yeah, try and take out the leaders.
Do we want to, once that forest is up, do we want to go in there and see if we can find the ones in charge?
I will have told you about the caneen on their side at this point. As part
No.
of everything with the puppies, so
I can
take him out.
Yeah, I can strategically pick zones in the plants when I cast it to not be covered in plants.
Probably
It
the
doesn't-
fire.
Preferably.
So if there's like a particular spot or path you're going, I can.
I mean,
Coordinate,
personally, I would like it if we could make that that part of the bridge as pitch black as possible.
Oh, I can do that.
Non-magically.
Well, it's mostly the plants are more just they basically make it incredibly overgrown, so it costs them 4 feet of movement for every 1 foot of movement.
I could put darkness
So-
before the.
Will
bridge.
super overgrown stuff affect,
It'll affect
Light-
you guys too.
light coming in? Like, I'm thinking, like, can we make it, like, really, really dark in there?
Like, I can cast a darkness spell before the bridge, even, so then when they come out of it, because they're probably just gonna run through.
Don't think
I'm invisible when there's no light.
that's true.
So as you're discussing this,
Uh-oh.
you'll hear the sound of clanking mail
Uh-oh.
and a group led by Alfior approaches. Greetings.
Captain.
Greetings.
My men are ready. I have not heard anything from the 3 scouts that I've sent out.
We have to assume they're dead.
How
At this
long
point.
ago did you send them?
6 hours before dawn. They should be returning any time now.
So
Fantastic. Hopefully they'll be back soon,
Or we assume they're dead.
or we assume they're dead. We have some tactics that we're going off of. So make the bridge as defensible as possible.
Which one of you is the leader? Or which one of us is the leader? The way I see it, looking around, there are a few of you. There are a few of us. And that's it. No unifying force. The Jarl's nowhere to be seen. I command my troops. Aaron Cotton commands his.
We need to agree on something.
Kadim commands the town guard.
Yeah.
We need somebody to command everybody.
Who would it be? The new Jarl?
No. Anybody but him. Literally one of the attack dogs would be better than him at commanding everybody.
I'll take a long look at one of the dogs. Ooh, kind of.
Xeno's just gonna...
The dog's out.
Xeno's just gonna look at Malia and be like,
Malia.
Malia?
Yeah.
How are you with commanding troops?
Never done it.
Then perhaps not the best idea.
But maybe you two together.
I mean, we tend to operate as a team and sort of do our own thing, but we've been working with each other for a while. That's not necessarily going to work with your troops as well without some direction.
We work pretty well as a small group.
Mm-hmm.
But if he tells his guys to listen to you and follow your orders.
And you have experience with soldiers.
Yeah. And I'm planning on standing further back for the beginning to try and help with controlling the area.
We need a
As they
central
come in.
figure. Are you saying that it should be me?
Would you rather be out on the field fighting?
I can do both.
Why don't you be the central figure?
If not me,
Then I'll do it.
I had another idea.
Let's hear it.
There's one more person in this town who is both a citizen of Dog Run Bridge and a member of House Claywin.
Pace?
Stupider things have happened.
I mean, if we fill him in on the plan.
And he does have Dog Run Bridge's best interest in mind. He lives here.
That's true.
It's an idea. I don't know if it's a good one.
I still don't know where he is. I haven't found him yet.
I could probably have him and then find him. I
Should
mean,
be on
who
this
else is
side.
there?
Sounded tracking dog.
Go send someone to find him. And if
Assuming he
not, assuming he didn't
Okay.
leave, and then if that turns out to be a dead end, let's work on the assumption that you're
Or at least keeping order on the bridge.
keeping
As much
order
as-
on the bridge.
I mean, as much as you can in the pitch sort of battle we're about to face.
I'll need
Yeah.
to be
Well,
down there in the trenches.
Well, I can fill you in on what we're planning and our strategies, but so that it doesn't cause any problems for you guys.
Yeah, you at least need to know where all the traps are.
And where the land is going to become incredibly difficult to cross in
That would be good
very
to
short
know.
order.
Mm-hmm. So we'll make sure that you are filled in with everything.
We all need to be on the same page with this one.
Exactly.
Is there anyone you're certain that you trust me for this?
If anything, I know you're at least a good, experienced and skilled leader in battle.
And that's what we need right now.
Old as I am to admit.
With whether we're in agreement with your house or not, you know what you're doing.
Might not be no houses left if we don't do this.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Any issues that I have with you, we can settle those once everyone else has survived this.
So let's survive.
Until then, we're allies.
Yeah, let's survive.
What are you doing?
It's
I
this
think
thing she
it's-
does.
He'll put his hand on top of your fist bump.
Yeah, you got it.
Well
Sort
met,
of.
demon girl.
Apt.
Yeah.
Very
Explain
apt.
how apt.
Also, you look like a demon.
Thanks.
Oh, we didn't know.
But yeah, let's just survive. And then anything else, other matters can be dealt with later.
Good.
If we don't survive, we can deal with these matters.
I want to get us all through this.
Then I'll do my best to lead you safely through this.
Fantastic. And I guess we'll go.
Surprised you kissed and picked Kronor.
I was thinking that, but like,
I don't know. He's
Army, I command you, go into the heart and stab at them in the wieners.
yeah. that's
honestly,
what
I didn't think
get.
about that, but yeah.
Meanwhile, he'd be like, use superfluous tactic number 22.
I feel like
Exactly.
most of the
How we turn generic into
the
Star
people
Trek.
would be like more flooding towards him as someone that they trust as well. So he might not be.
He's not a huge fight. He's okay. He's mostly spent most of his points in the law.
Yeah, like I feel-
Huge, but into law.
I didn't think he would be like good necessarily for like the war aspect of this, but more for
Yeah.
like the people's general interest. He'd be taking care of them and getting them safety.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
probably would be better suited to behind.
Yeah, corralling
Off.
civilians.
I think it's you know what? I think it's really great, and I think it's really funny that you're putting all of your trust in Alfior to do this.
Oh, I don't really trust him.
Well,
I just
you're-
want him to command stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Because if he knows where we're going and what's happening, then
I'm surprised you didn't put it in Farah.
why is Farah note? She
She's,
didn't speak up. She didn't say anything.
well, she's right. I'm not capping. She's right there.
Yeah.
She's petting a dog right now.
We're talking very loudly in front of her.
Oh,
We've been kind of going like, huh? Like, we don't really know.
She would also have to.
Like, if she can be like, hey guys, I know this, we'd be like, oh, okay. You
Yeah,
told us.
but she would also have to have people actually like listen to her. And
Yeah,
for Mo, she looks like a.
it's true. She does look like a
Teenage girl.
teenager.
If she could prove that she's like
and she's
this.
Joan of Arc. Let's roll. I got a 3 and a 2.
Yeah,
Eh.
right? Like if she could shapeshift into a dragon, that would
Yeah, for
probably
example,
be...
she could just turn into a giant dragon.
And
Yeah, that doesn't have until level 10. Sorry.
oh,
So well,
Soon, though.
soon.
We'll see.
ish.
So as you're talking amongst yourselves, preparing, I need everyone to make me a perception roll.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
No.
Fine.
That's where I get my negative one.
18.
You rolling again?
Yep,
Apparently, I'm
that's much better.
12.
18.
18.
18 club.
All right. And Farrah's petting a dog, so disadvantage.
I mean, it happens.
I mean, that's more than
Should I
18.
spend my inspiration?
Nah, don't worry about it.
Okay. And 12.
I mean, sure. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, spend your inspiration.
Inspired.
On perceiving something.
Sure. It's an 18.
All right, so the 18 club, and ooh, there's a puppy.
Puppy!
Not you.
Go.
That's what Winter finds.
I know.
So many puppies. They're sniffing you.
Oh no. My tail's just like
You smell like brimstone. In the distance, you can see a thin plume of dust. Your keen eyes catch that thin plume as a lone rider crests the step hills behind North Dogrun. He's galloping on his pony, fast. And behind him, a larger plume, rising like the smoke from a wildfire. At this distance, all you can see looks like the overflowing of a black anthill. Hundreds of bodies cresting the ridge. And I think that we should probably call tonight here,
That's fair.
because this was a very technical session.
Yeah.
Because I had to get you guys your battle plan, and then Ryan wasn't here. So next session is going to be much more down and dirty. I will warn you that next session some of you might die.
Yep. Okay.
It happens.
You do have a lot of NPCs right now that can help you. So one of the questions that I had was how you wanted to run that. So what I can do is one of three things. I can just blanket narrate what happens to the NPCs.
Okay.
I can pre-roll everything in advance so that I'm like, do you live? Yes. Do you die? No, etc. Or we can do some cutaways to different parts of the map, and then you randomly just take them over, which means that you'd have to have their sheets in front of you.
Yeah.
Or we could just...
That could be cool.
That could be really cool.
It
I
does
like
I
that
think it would
idea.
have worked to set up, but I think it could be really neat.
Because then it means that regardless of what area we're in, we always get to play somebody.
Yeah.
I really like that idea.
And like if it's like 2 of us at a time or like 3 of us at a time, then someone can like take a breather and like think about what they're gonna do
Yeah.
before they get the
So
next
there
round
are
of things.
battlefield rules that they put out in Unearthed Arcana.
Yeah.
Which I've looked at on and off for the past 6 months prepping for this.
Yeah.
We can use those rules, and they do have commander bonuses where the charisma of the commander matters.
Okay.
Altheor's got like a 16 in charisma. He's pretty good.
Still better than me.
I mean, he's a half-elf commander.
Better than me.
Yeah.
He's a fighter.
I need to
if
build up.
That's
they do-
way better than me. I've got a -2.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Farrah has a 20.
I have a name.
Yeah,
Great.
She's a sorcerer!
yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I'm like, so, dude.
Would we? Are we gonna try and find Pace? Is that what we're gonna do?
I don't know, you could. Pace
I kind of find that a really funny idea because at least I've worked with them.
Pace has like a 17 in charisma. He's
That's
pretty
pretty good.
charismatic. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's cute. What we should probably do then is get together and talk a little bit more about this so that we get a sense of how the mechanics are going to fly off camera.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to watch that.
That's true.
Unless they really do.
Like this session was a little bit chunky because of that, although you did get some cool plot drops. So besides that, you guys are coming up on this. I really hope you all survive. If not, protect her because she can resurrect you a few rounds ago.
Yeah.
Also, if you do die, I think it's a 5,000 gold donation to get you resurrected.
Oh boy.
So,
Try not to do that.
I do not have 5,000 gold.
I do not either. I have.
what if
about
we sell all
200.
of your equipment? Then you do.
I do have a couple things I could sell.
How to get rid of all your magical items, 101.
I do have my Staff of the Adder, which I have not used yet.
I mean, let's save that as a last resort.
Yeah.
Um,
But I might actually use it a bunch if I'm not doing bear form stuff right away.
Yeah. All right. That works for me.
I have my Sunblade, which I'm gonna be like, hey, undead things, ha ha.
Well, the king.
That's just how it's going to go, and it's going to be great. It's going to be great. I cannot wait to get out of Dog Run Bridge, hopefully with this cast of characters.
Yes.
If
be
not,
nice.
then the new game's going to be great.
Yeah.
We may have to pick up a new character.
That's fine. The generic 2 plot was going to... I'll just start that one. It's great. You'll get start on the Northlands. You'll start in the Chain of Gods. Oh, Chain of Gods. All right, so that's going to be this session. It was a short one because we had to prep for the big battle next time. Next time is going to be potentially very long.
How long are you thinking?
I have no idea. Bring coffee, or I'll make coffee.
Okay.
But just have, just be ready.
I mean, should we try and do it as an extra session? Or run it on the weekend and then just...
Maybe see how much we get through.
We might
on
have to
there.
do that, so it might not be a live play. I'll put up some polls. We'll talk about it.
When's the next extra life 24 hours?
Yeah.
Oh, that could be cool. Not that whole thing, but like if we did this for like the big
24
battle.
hours of
No,
no
not
battle.
that.
My brain would become mashed potatoes at that point. And I'd just be like, I don't like pace.
No, I'm just saying, like, if I did an extra session of it, like, to wrap, like, for the battle, maybe doing that one as our first extra life.
Oh, like an off one.
Yeah. Just because it'd be like, hey, big thing we're doing. Big battle.
Not enough time to advertise.
Okay, fine.
Nah, you gotta promote that. That's not a bad idea. It would have been a great idea a month ago.
Yeah.
Now it's a good idea. It was a great idea.
Why,
And
was there already an extra life thing already?
Well,
No,
you
it's
can do it
not
any
a
time in the year.
Yeah.
But it's just you
We
need
should
to
get
promote
our-
it so people
yeah,
actually
we need to
like
get our team
donate.
stuff set up too for this year, don't we?
We have a lot of stuff we're doing.
Yep.
And we'll see if I'm improving at all or if we're just going straight in like from an adventure, which I don't want to do. Well, the salt marsh is right there. Anyway, that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in or listening on podcast. Hope you have a fantastic evening, and we will see you in 1 week for Hunter La Vigil next Wednesday, and then tune in on Friday. I might do a Let's Play or something. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, logging off. Have a fantastic night. We love you.
Good night.
Night.
We had puppies.
We do. Hopefully, we will continue to have puppies.
I hope you have puppies, Mike.
Me too.
All the puppies.
I mean, I really hope our new landlord will let us get puppies.
Hopefully so. Good night.